Duel Links is a free-to-play mobile version of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Now, when I was growing up, I used to wake up every Saturday morning just for a chance to watch Yu-Gi-Oh. It was an extremely popular show. I really enjoyed the battles, the art style, the voices, everything. It was one of my favorite little animes growing up. And while I never got into the actual physical card game, I had played many of the home console games, so I did understand the rules of the card game. So when Duel Links came out, while I was initially skeptical about it, I was also excited to see how that would translate to a card game. I'm happy to report that it's actually a pretty excellent Yu-Gi-Oh game and pretty much a must-have for fans of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. So in Duel Links, Seto Kaiba, one of the characters from the show, sets up a Duel World tournament to determine the Duel World King or Queen. So in the game, you're going to be using characters from the show to duel. You're going to be playing against computer-controlled characters and eventually other human characters and their customizable decks. You're able to use gems that you sometimes win from duels or you win from fulfilling certain requirements to buy card packs, which contain 3 cards and they could be spell, trap, or monster cards. And you use them to tweak your deck and just keep on playing and keep progressing. While you initially start with Kaiba or Yugi, you eventually unlock all the characters from that initial season that follows Yugi's story, kind of up to the characters of Merrick. Almost every major duelist up in that little space is represented. And that's the crux of the game. You just keep dueling, fulfilling the requirements to clear stages and unlock characters, and using those characters and building decks for those characters. Now, it's also good to note that you're able to level up individual characters. And I'll talk about that a little more later. But what I want to get to first is why I like the game so much. For one, and this is one of the first things that you're going to notice, is that it has an excellent presentation. The interface is real clean. You're going to initially get hit with a ton of nostalgia because it seems that they got the English voice actors back from the initial season. And I mean, it's fully voiced. You got individual dialogue, like if Yugi duels Kaiba, they'll say things like, Kaiba, you won't win if you don't get the heart of the cards, or how Kaiba talks down to Joey, or his friendship with Yugi, things like that lend a really authentic touch to it. Another great thing about this game, while it revolves around dueling, they give you so much to do. You constantly have these requirements, like using spell cards a certain amount of times. There's a vagabond, a guy who comes that you can duel for a lot of experience points and prizes, but you have to duel him under special circumstances. Also, for people new to the game, they have a duel school, which really walks you through all the mechanics of how to actually play the game. And I thought that was a really nice touch. But the best part of it is that it's all free if you want it to be. You have the option to buy card packs, but it didn't feel mandatory in the least. And I thought that was really cool. You use gems to buy card packs, and the game gives you a lot, a decent enough bit to be able to put together a deck that you at least feel comfortable with. And if you play the game on the regular, you will get enough gems to keep getting decks at a reasonable pace. Like I say, even when you do go to buy them, you're not really buying individual cards. And by the nature of the game itself, even if you do go spend a ton of money, it doesn't automatically mean you're going to win, as you can only have about 30 cards in your deck, and you have to play the game right. It uses traditional rules. The game also has achievements. You can have a friend list. I mean, there are casual duels, ranked duels, events. They really put a lot into this. And as a free game, I mean, that's all you can really ask for. This game is easily worth $20 or $15. And the fact that Konami made it and yet it's still good and respectable, they deserve a round of credit. Now, why should you play it if you've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh all of these years? And for me, it could be one of the best things, though initially it might turn some people off. In this game, your monster zone is just 3 spots. Your spell and trap zone is just 3 spots. That's down from the usual 5 in the regular rules. Your life points that you start off with is 4,000. Also, I think this fundamentally changes how you play the game and makes it fresh for long-time players of the game. The duels go by quicker, and I think it changes up the strategy. Also, like I say, you control characters from the show. While you can tweak their decks however way you want, as you level them up, individual characters unlock skills. Now, these skills are very important, and while they seemed overpowered or dangerous in terms of maybe breaking the game, I came to find that they're one of my favorite parts of the game. Some of the card skill, the player skills even match the individual characters. For example, Pegasus, one of his skills allows him to see what a card that's face down is. Some of these skills could seem very easy to control. Some are a little more complicated, like maybe playing a field spell as soon as you start the game. Some are more complicated, like you're able to reshuffle and draw different cards. In a way, this just adds another layer of strategy. Do you build a deck around your individual character skill? There's all kinds of ways you can kind of go about this. And I think between that and the free-to-play nature, it really makes this a must-play game. And since it's free, I can't help but recommend it to anybody who's ever been curious about the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. This is a great way to learn the game, and it has a ton of cards. All the rules are there, flip spells, effect cards. There's even special animations when you're controlling a certain character and they play their signature card, like Yugi's Dark Magician or Kaiba's Blue Eyes. You get a cool little animation sequence for that. The game does a lot right. It's not perfect. Occasionally an effect doesn't happen that's supposed to happen. But 9 times out of 10, the duels are fun. And you feel like you have a fighting chance even early on. And you never feel like you have to pay for the game, which I think is perfect. So if you get the opportunity, get some Wi-Fi, download this game, give it a go. I can't recommend it more enough. I usually don't mess with mobile games. Most of them are trash, but this is an example of a mobile free-to-play game done right. Go pick it up now. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button as well. If you want to talk, drop a comment and I'll be on there and get with you. Visit mykindofgames.com to get more reviews and gaming news. Until next time, peace.